70 feet beneath the pavement of central London, a maze of heavy cast-iron rings plunges into the subterranean void. For nearly a century, a 6.5-mile clandestine railway operated down here in the dark, entirely hidden from the millions of pedestrians walking right above it. While the capital faced gridlock on the surface, this subterranean artery functioned as a silent, mechanical world that redefined the traditional boundaries of urban infrastructure. By the early 1900s, London's surface logistics were failing. The city's streets were a tangled mass of horse-drawn carriages and early motor vehicles, frequently bringing the National Postal Service to a complete standstill. The congestion was compounded by the infamous London smog. Dense fogs would roll in and ground all surface transportation, trapping mail carts in near-zero visibility. To solve this, a 1914 proposal suggested digging a dedicated transit line 70 feet below the street, connecting 9 major sorting hubs from Paddington to Whitechapel. Construction began quickly, but by 1917, World War I had drained the country's resources. Acute shortages in steel and labor forced track laying to stop. The project stalled, leaving a 6.5-mile subterranean void beneath the capital, at a moment when the government required secure, bomb-proof space. Between 1917 and 1918, German Zeppelin and Gotha bombers began dropping explosives on London, leaving devastating craters in the city streets. Facing the destruction of the city above, officials repurposed the empty, dark postal tunnels as a secret subterranean bomb shelter. Under strict secrecy, crews began crating up national treasures, lowering priceless paintings from the National Gallery into the darkness for safekeeping. The Rosetta Stone was among the most significant artifacts moved from the British Museum into the tunnels, where it remained protected from the air raids. By utilizing this unfinished space, a network designed for mail delivery served as a secure, bomb-proof vault for objects that defined the nation's history. After the war, work resumed. The original vision was finally realized in February 1927, when MailRail officially opened for operation. It debuted as the world's first fully automated, driverless electric railway system, a technical milestone that preceded automated passenger lines by decades. These heavy cast-iron rings line the tunnel walls, providing structural integrity to support the city above. The electric trains ran on a narrow-gauge track. Powered by a third-rail conductor, they reached 35 miles per hour without a driver on board. At its peak in the mid-20th century, the system operated 22 hours a day, supported by a staff of over 220 people working underground. These crews moved 4 million letters and parcels every day through the tunnels, maintaining a massive logistical flow beneath the feet of unsuspecting Londoners. By automating the transit of mail, this system established a new standard for subterranean logistics and underground transit efficiency. As the Cold War began, the geopolitical landscape changed, bringing the new threat of nuclear fallout. In response, the government implemented the Cold War Protocol, which required the immediate physical hardening of the subterranean network. The tunnels were transformed into a protected communication and logistical line designated for government use in the event of an emergency. While Londoners continued their daily routines on the surface, the hardened network below stood ready to function as a shadow government bunker. This dual role allowed MailRail to operate as a vital public utility while maintaining its status as a critical government asset. The system survived 2 world wars, but by 2003, it faced the financial realities of modern logistics. This chart shows the rising operational costs of the aging rail system. Royal Mail determined that surface road haulage had become a more cost-effective method for transporting mail. In May 2003, the system was mothballed. The electric trains were parked on the tracks, and the tunnels fell silent. As maintenance stopped, stalactites began to grow from the cast-iron roofs, and the subterranean environment began to reclaim the quiet tunnels. The same economic pressures that necessitated the railway's construction eventually led to its closure. In 2017, a small section of the network near the Mount Pleasant facility was restored by the Postal Museum. The restoration provides a rare opportunity for the public to enter the tunnels and see the dormant tracks and equipment firsthand. These tunnels remain a physical record of British engineering and the strategic secrecy of the 20th century. These pioneering networks remain buried beneath the city, functioning as a silent map of London's engineering past. Subscribe to the Hidden Britain Archive to see more of what lies beneath.